Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of music learning notes, not reading. This is just a continuation of our previous lesson, and I hope you are going to be together. You're going to follow, and I'm going to teach you today. Once more, I'm Reginald Shikanda. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and as well as sharing it. So let's get to work. I hope you follow the instruction and so that you understand what music is. Okay, let's just skip to the lesson. Good.
Here we go. In our last lesson, we talked about the staff, we talked about the bars, we talked about the measures, the cleves, and we used to talk about the naming of the notes. And today I want us to look at something else. So if you have a problem with these ones, I will wish that you ask me a question, or I might even tend to drop a WhatsApp number where people have to ask me questions concerning this. Good. Now I want us to talk about key signature today. Key signature. The purpose of key signature is to tell us which music scale a certain piece has been written, or would rather say which key someone is playing music. You know, music. I told you that music is placed from on keys from key A to G. So key signature will always tell us, for example, if it is key A, you will be able to know it is key A. If it is B, and so on. Now I want us to find out how we can identify key that a certain music is written in a certain key when you meet it. So this is what we call key signature. This sign here in music. They might be 1, 2, or even 3 and 4. We shall know why. Also, we have another one here. It's normally this way. So we have key. This is what we call key signatures. Now let me just give you an example of a key signature on a piece of music. Here is the key signature. This is what I'm referring to. Key signature. This one. In this particular music, it looks like an ash. That is it. Also, we have another one here. Also, this one is a key signature. We want to see which keys are these. I will show you how to identify the keys. Okay, under key signature, we are going to meet something known as accidentals. Accidentals in music. I feel that before I start explaining what key signature is, that you should be able to know what accidentals are. So we have 3 types of accidentals. We have this one that looks like an hash. It can be wherever. It's an hash. Then we have this one. Then we have something like this. Although it is not in its perfect form, but I'll show you the exact one. So these are what we call accidentals. So this one means sharp in music. When you meet this accidental, is called sharp. Good. It is the sharp. Then this one is flat. So I was saying the sharp accidental here. It is used to show. It is used when you're talking about sharp keys. I will tell you what sharp keys are. Then this one refers to natural keys. Then this one is just okay. This one flat. This one is flat. Then this one is natural. Now you see, apart from indicating the key signature, this one can also be used to raise a note. Like this one raises a note, I have a value, and this one lowers a note, I have a value. Then this one neutralizes it. So don't worry, we shall talk about it. It's just an introduction, and I want you to know what accidental. Okay, I've said that this one is referred to as the sharp. We call it a sharp sign or sharp accidental. This one is flat. That one is flat. Then this one is natural. So in most cases, the sharp accidental, which is here. Good. For you to understand the key signature perfectly, there is a formula I want to give you, and this formula requires cramming. You'll have to cram it whether you like it or not. So we have this formula: F B E D. So look at this. I normally pronounce it as F beats. F beats. I take G as an S. So you place here, you write F beats from here. F beats. F beats. So you take G as your S. Just assuming that it's an S, you add here C. C. Good. So CF beats. So CF beats. So there's a C behind here. Now, this is how we identify. So we number it. 0. This one is 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. You also number from this side. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure that each key is in line with the numbers, both from the top or the lower. So it is in line. You make sure. So at the top we have this flat sign. You place there. Then at the lower side you place the hash sign. So this is the formula. Make sure that you cram this formula. If you cram this formula, you'll not have a problem in identifying which key a music sheet is. It means that on the top, whenever you see there is 0, C has 0, key C has no accidental. Look. So here, it means that key F has this one sign. When you see a music sheet that has got one sign, it means it is key F. When you go to 2, it means that this B, key B, has got 2 flat signs going this side. Now, this is how key B will look like. It will have these 2 flat signs. Then, as well as key E, now we shall call it E flat. E flat has got these 3 signs. So there will be 3. That one will be E flat. Then F flat on top has got this sign, 4 of them. So we have an example of F flat here. Let me just give you. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this time signature. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. When you come to our formula here, that means that it is A. So this music here is written in key A flat. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to count. So D flat has got 5 flat signs. G flat has got 6 flat sign. Then C flat has got 7 these flat signs. Come to the lower side. Now, this going this side, it is G. It means that C has got no. Look at this. C has got no sharp sign, and C here has got no flat sign. So C stands independently. Now, key G has 1 sharp sign. This is an example of key G music. Here we go. Here is an example. This music is written in key G because it has got 1 sharp sign there. When you come to D, here D has got 2 sharp sign. So D sharp or D major. Of course, we are talking about major keys. We shall talk about major keys and flat keys. Don't worry. So D sharp has got these 2 signs. 2 signs. That's D. Now A major. Of course, A major has got 4. Okay, 3 sharp signs. So they will be 1, 2, 3. You will see a music sheet having those 3. You know that it is so now B major, which is B has got these 5 sharp sign, 5 of them. Then F sharp or F sharp major has got these 6 of them. 6 of them. So we are talking about keys, identifying under key. All these keys are major keys. Now we shall have, for example, F major key having to F flat major, then F sharp major, B flat major, B sharp major. So these are just major keys. So B will always have 5 sharps, B major. Then B flat will always have these 2 flat signs. So master this sign will always help you to know what key is what music. So you just come to your music sheet like this, you count 1 2 3 4, then at the back of your mind you know that 4 flat side, here we go, that is A flat. So don't forget about that. You now understand what key signature is. Here is key signatures on our music sheets. Here this is what we call key signature. They will tell us which key the music is written or which key to write. Like you see, key is always related with the pitch. Yeah, there's those music that is highly pitched, especially when you talk about when you. Okay, for that case, I think that I'm done with the accidentals and key signature, so that I know people will be able to know what the key signatures are. Now let's talk about something else, which is a time signature. Now, for you to understand what time signature, now I want to introduce the notes themselves in this particular lesson for you to understand what time signature. This is what it is. Looks like this. I'm giving you a music sheet. Now this one there's a time signature. There's no piece of music you will see without this time signature, so there must be there. Now I want to tell you what they are, of course. Now before we talk about them, now let's talk about. Let me present something. Let me correct something, a mistake that most pianists normally do. You know, if you are a pianist and you do this kind of mistake, people wonder, where did you learn how to play that piano? Let me just help you. Now you see, in our previous of course video, I was able to tell you what keys they are. So let me just differentiate between the sharps and the flat. Of course, the flat is this one. Yeah, the sharps and the flat. People normally confuse themselves. They refer to the black keys as the sharp. Yeah, in fact, this is common in most pianists. You'll find that some pianists, especially those who have not learned how to play notes on the keyboard or on the piano, they will tell you that the black keys are the sharps. No, the black keys are not the sharps, nor the white keys are the sharps. So let me just tell you, or let me show you the difference, so that from today you don't. Of course, coming to this sample piano of mine, oh, don't worry about this. I told you that we shall meet real piano when we'll be talking about piano lessons. So this is just a sample for demonstration of what key signatures are. Now look, now these are piano. For example, supposing I was playing going this side. Supposing I was playing going from the left to the right. When you are playing from the left to the right, of course, you'll be playing sharp keys. You'll be playing sharp keys. For example, this is key C of mine. Key C of mine. The next key here, this one is this black one. So that one becomes C sharp. Don't be confused, because when, for example, if I have to count these keys of the piano, I will not count 1 2 3. No, I'll count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. That's how we count the keys on the piano. You don't skip, because these black keys are independent. They are on their own. They are the keys. They are just in the middle. So this one. We shall talk about tone and semitone when it will be handling a piano lesson. If someone asked you what is the next key on this particular piano, the next key is this. What is the next key of this black key? This one. So that's how we go. So when you are going this side, you play sharps. For example, if this is my key C, this is key sharp, key C sharp. Then if this is my key C sharp, then one is C sharp sharp. So if this is D, what's our D sharp? This one. This one becomes our D sharp. If this one is E, what is our E sharp? This one becomes our E sharp. F becomes our E sharp. If this one is F, then what is our F sharp? This one becomes F sharp. If this one is our G on a piano, what is our G sharp? Then this one becomes our G sharp as we continue. If this one is B major, what is our B sharp? C becomes our B sharp. So whenever you're playing from right to the left, you're playing the sharp keys. Likewise, when you're playing now from the right to the left, you will be playing flat keys. For example, you're playing going this side, you'll be playing flat keys. Now, if this one is B, what's our B flat? B flat. This one is our B flat. Becomes B flat. Then this one is A. Our A flat is this one. This one is G. This is our G flat. This one is F. This one becomes our F flat. Then if this is E, then be this E. Then if this becomes E flat. If this one is D, then this one becomes D flat. This one is C, then this one becomes C. So from right to the left, that is a flat. Now that way we get flat keys and sharp keys. Use yourselves telling people that the black keys are the sharps and the white keys are the flat. That is not what they are. You have to refer to them or as per how you playing. You are playing. So if I ask you if this is G, then I ask you, show me G flat. You should be able to show me this one. Show me G sharp. You should be able to show me that this one is G sharp. So from today, let me hope that one is understood. I want us to talk about these symbols, not symbols, what they are. Yeah, these are how the symbols. This is where the test begins. This is where people start wondering now, what are these? What are they doing here, and why are they arranged in this manner? Oh, that another one is looking up, another one is looking down. So I want to show you what they are. Now this is the time. Yeah, I'll be showing you everything. So before we start singing, and I'm sure that some of you, by the time I'll have finished showing all this, you'll be reading music on your own. That's the better part. Guys, before we go on, we proceed to the notes and note symbol. There's some signs also I want to show you that you will be meeting in music lesson. Music piece. Like, look at this. There are these symbols here. These symbols. These ones. And there are these ones here. And these ones here. So, I feel that it is important when we finish up with these ones, the basic ones, before we go to the complex ones. So, allow me to we talked about bars separating measures, but there are the signs I was talking about. You meet this sign and this one. So, whenever you meet this sign, it means that it means times two. This one means times two. For example, if you are beginning to sing from here, then you will sing and reach here. When you reach here, it means that you go back to the beginning and sing again before you finish this particular music piece. So the music piece ends here. The music piece ends here, but there's this sign. These signs are bar with the dotted lines in front of them. That means that if you are singing, you'll sing from here up to here. Then you go back again from the beginning up to here. That's how you'll be singing. And there is this one here. Now, this one is just one, but there's a time you'll meet the two. The two of them. And there's this sign. This means the repeating. First repeat, then the second repeat as you finish. This is the first repeat. Now, whenever it means that you're singing this music from here, up to here. When you've reached this sign, you go to this one. Then you finish this one. Or, you go to this one, then you finish this one. Good. That's what the repeating signs means, that you will have to go to this one, then you finish up. So you're beginning from here, you go straight up to this one. After you have reached here, you go here. This is where you're beginning to repeat. Then you end. Yes, this single one, it means that when it's one, it means that you go from here up to here. Then you again go repeat, then you finish your music. So these are the repeat. Now look at the signs. This one is the first finish. For example, no. Then you go again. No. So the way you finish this one, is not the same as the way you finish this one. So don't worry about this. We shall be singing these pieces of music. You will understand them. I'll show you how to sing them. This is just an introduction, just in case you meet them. I have different types of note symbols, notes. Now, the first one is here. You'll meet this particular note arranged on the line. It looks like an oval. It's not a circle, it's an oval. Yeah, that's the first note. We call it whole note. Whole note. Or in Italian music words, you will call it semi-breve. Semi-breve. Breve. Semi-breve. That's what we call it in Italian. Now, this semi-breve, it is 4/4. It has got 4 beats in it. 4/4 means that when you strike, for example, when you press ta on a piano, dum, you have to you have to count up to 4 for you to get the next one. For example, dum, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Dum, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Dum. So it is the next beat will be after the count of 4. Yeah, they are normally long. Now, this one is especially used when writing those music that goes kind of slowly. Music that goes a very slow tempo, slowly. So, 1, you hit 1, then the next hit will be after the count of 4. Now, that is it. Good. Now, that is a semi. There's this one here. It has got a head and a stem. Good. When you want to talk about notes, this is what we call a head. Then this line here is a stem. A stem is just a stem. So this kind of note line, look this way. Now this one, we call it half. Half note. Half note. Or you call it a minim. Minim in Italian. Of course, music is written in Italian. Now this one is a half a beat of this one. So this one will be 1/2. 2. You see, 1/2, 1 out of 2, it has a half. This one has got 4 beats inside. We say that this has got 4 beats. Now, this having 4 beats, this one has a half of 4. A half of 4, it will be 2 beats. 2 beats. So 2 beats means that before you hit the next note, you'll have count at 2. So this one has got 2 beats. So that's why it's called a half a note. So for example, that one we are 4, but this one is 1, 2, and 1, and 2, and 1. So if you have to hit 1, for example, 1, 1, 2, so you'll have to count 2 before you hit the next. So it will be 1, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2. And 1 and 2. It's a little bit faster, but that is what it is. It has got 2 beats in it. So 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Look at 1 and 2 and 1 and so it will be ta, ta, ta. Good. I hope you understand that. Don't worry about it. This one that has got a head, a shaded head, and a stem alone. That's just like this one. This one has got, this one must always be blank. That this one is shaded. The head is shaded and the stem. Good. Now, this one is what we call quarter. It's a quarter note. Quarter note. This one is a quarter note. Or we can also call it crochet. Crochet. Crochet is a crochet in Italian. So we call it a quarter note or crochet in Italian. This one has got a quarter beat. Now, a quarter of 4, of course, it is just 1. Which means it has got 1 beat. A quarter of 4 is beat. Remember, all these are just references of these notes. So if this one is 4 beats, then this one is a quarter. So that means that a quarter of 4 is 1. So it has got 4. It is just 1 beat. Now this one is faster. This one is faster than this one I'm talking about. There's a quarter. It's called a quarter note. It has got 1 beat. It's just a half of this one. Good. Now, when it comes to that, this one goes faster. 1. Tan, 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 tan. Remember, this one was having 2 beats. 1 and 2 and 1. But this one is 1. Tan, 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 tan. It's just 1 beat. Tan, tan. like that, not like this one. It's just ta, 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 ta. The other one was just one. This one that has got a head, a stem, and a flag. This is what we call a flag. We call it a flag in music. So it has got a head, stem, and a flag. Yeah, it has got a head and a flag. Good, stem and a flag. Now this one we call it 1/8, or just eighth notes. Eighth note. Eighth note. Eighth note. So it is 1/8. Or in Italian we can call it semi-quiver. Is a no, not semi-quiver, it's a quiver. It's a quiver or quiver. Whatever, it's a quiver. Now it has got I have a bit of this one. So it is just breaking down. I will show you a presentation, clear presentation. It has got I have a bit of this one. Now this one is faster. Oh look, this one was a tan tan. Now this one tan 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 tan. Sorry about the other one. You know that bit. Yeah, I did count it. Tan 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 tan. Good. Tan 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 tan. That's a bit. We shall talk about them. Don't worry. Good. This one with a head, a stem, and 2 flags. We call it now. This one is semi-quiver. Semi-quiver. Quiver. It's called a semi-quiver. So it is just 1/16. Yeah, it is faster. Now this one is faster. Now we also have the other one. This one's a head with 3 flags. Then we call it demi, semi, quiver, something like that. It is 1/32. 32. Of course, 1/32. It is what I was saying. Now this is a whole note. Look at this. This is a whole note. A whole note breaks into two half notes. Then 2 half notes makes a whole note. Then this half notes breaks into a quarter notes. In that 2 quarter notes makes 1. 2 quarter notes makes 1 half note. That is what is it. So if you have 2 beats, 1 2, it makes these quarter notes. Then you have 1 2 3 4. 4 quarter notes makes a whole note. Now you come to 1/8 note. Here is it. Now one quarter notes, 2 1/8 notes makes one quarter, makes 1 quarter, makes 1 quarter. Now it breaks into something like if this is a whole note, it means that 2 half notes is equals to 1 whole note. You see that? That's a presentation of what we are. So come up with something like this. Just break it down. Good. In that, if we have 4 quarter notes, 4 quarter notes, 1 2 3 4 is equals to a whole note. That is what is. Now you just break down just like that. You break down. I'm going to give you a presentation. Good. These are the notes now. So it goes down up to 1/32. It goes even up to 1/64. So this one is a faster beat. So we say that this one is one beat, 2 beats, either 4 beats, 2 beats, half a beat as you go. We will break it down. Now, if you have a problem with that, don't worry, or ask a question before we go on. Ask a question, then I'll be getting back on you in the next video. That marks the end of our tutorial today. Thanks for your watching, and I will continue talking. It's just some kind of syllabus I'll be following, of course, music syllabus. I don't want to bother you with so many things. I just want you to internalize what I've taught you. So I hope that we meet in the next lesson for the continuation of this lesson. These things are just easy. Take your time. Thank you once more. I'm Reginald Shikanda. Like and subscribe. Just subscribe. There's the only school fees you can pay. Subscription. Good. And liking and sharing it. Thanks. Meet you next.